there, Gemini. Welcome back. Let's get into this and see what's going on in your energy. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. Please and thank you. Don't forget to click on that like button, guys, because it helps the channel grow. First card out. 8 of Cups coming in reverse. Give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. Let's see what else comes out for you. Okay. So Gemini, you have the Sun card. So something's about to be exposed here. You have the 7 of Sticks in reverse. Something's about to be exposed or illuminated or brought to the light. Whatever is done in the dark comes to the light eventually, doesn't it? Okay. Let's see where this is going. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Alright, there it is. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and dig deeper now. Tell me more about the 8 of Cups, Spirit. What's going on here with the 8 of Cups? You're definitely coming out as the Sun, so you might have Leo in your chart. But you don't have to. Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords is verifying the 8 of Cups in reverse. It does look like a painful, something in the past was very painful, but it's being prolonged. So it's something that you're carrying with you. It seems to be something that you're taking with you. Ooh, let me go grab it. Alright. Okay, so something is being prolonged here. Some kind of heartbreak or some kind of disappointment. This could be for somebody too, maybe resisting change. Or that may be very significant. Something about resisting change here. This could also indicate like you have an emotional bond or emotional attachment to something that is hurting you. And because of it, you're feeling some kind of internal conflict, you know, that kind of energy. So, okay. That might just be confirmation for somebody. Okay. So this could be like a happy ending to a legal matter. That might have something to do with this. Like something from the past happened and it hurt you severely. And it was something that's preventing you from moving forward. But there's definitely going to be justice coming in. And it's going to I feel like it's going to make you happy. So tell me more about the 7 of Sticks. Tell me more about the 7 of Sticks. Okay. 8 of Swords. For the 7 of Sticks in reverse. I'm hearing there's going to be like some kind of relief here. But yet there's still going to be something, I feel like there's going to be something still stuck in your head. Even though you're going to feel relief from getting this justice. From something that happened in the past. But something's going to still be stuck in your head. And it might be because of something that somebody said. It could also be a lie or like they slandered or they said something. And it's not so much of what they were saying, but who was included. It looks like somebody was included in this. Okay, it could be an air sign that was included in this. So it could be another Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. We have the moon in reverse. I think that's exactly what came out. So there was some kind of slander here about the past situation that was so hurtful to you. And even though you got this justice, and even though you feel some form of relief, this is what is really bothering you. It has something to do with what somebody said here. and then you finding out about it. And this person might have been very smug about the whole thing. Like, yeah, I said what I said. You know, that kind of energy. That's what I'm getting, especially with the Seven of Coins being the next card in. So it's like this person was, okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Ah, so you were dealing with a bully here. And they thought, oh, yeah, you know, I'm going to just do whatever the heck I want. I'm going to say what I want, you know, and even if you find out, they didn't care. So this is somebody who really let you down in the worstest way. And you know what? They were talking out of their ego with that strength in reverse. So they were talking out of their ego, saying crap that they shouldn't have been saying, and they lied. And I think that is something that bothers you even more, is that they lied. They lied about everything. And it's the lies that hurt. So this must have been somebody that really disappointed you. It really caused you a lot of emotional distress. That's what I'm getting. And you know what, too, I'm getting? This person doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. That's why they said what they said. You know? And they're very unfulfilled. It's like they wished that they could bring you down by saying what they said. Because they thought that, it looks like they thought that you were more like them. I mean, that's the kind of energy I'm getting. So for some reason, you being more like them, I don't understand that. Okay. But crazy is what crazy does, right? So crazy people think crazy stuff, right? All the time. So, you know, this person was very frustrated because of their own lack of courage, lack of confidence. Yes, that's what I'm getting. And they were being reckless, you know? They were being reckless. So I'm getting like this person was very unstable. Okay, so this person's like unstable, possibly mentally unstable, but some kind of instability is going on with this person. It could be mental, it could be financial, it could be anything, right? But there's definitely something going on here where this person was like rushing something, or they were going through some kind of financial loss. They could have, you know, could have been going through anything actually. But that's not, you know what I mean? That doesn't have anything to do with you, right? I mean, they're going to just be saying things about you, saying things against you, just because of their own personal feelings, you know, because of their own issues. Huh. So this person feels like you did something to them. Okay? I'm getting like they're accusing you or trying to say like you did something to them. Like you did something to them. That's what I'm hearing. So this person was like, I don't know. This person seems to be like stuck in something. Okay, so I think this person has something going on mentally, all right? Because that's how it's coming out. And I think you just been trying to avoid this person, avoid problems with this person, or you had been trying to avoid problems with this person, but it was like, what the heck, you know? This person was everywhere. I think this person really tried to cause you a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, issues like that. But the thing is I'm seeing it like because you ignored them and you avoided them and you didn't want to go through this confrontation, it actually ended up helping you with those issues. You know, so those so you didn't have as much anxiety. So this person was bringing anxiety into your life. They were bringing the stress into your life, Gemini. You know, and then when you did that, you relieved yourself. It was like they were causing you some kind of mental burdens. And then because they might have had like some very I want to say unrealistic expectations of you, or expectations of a situation. Yeah. There seems to be like a lack of patience. I think this person put a lot of pressure on you because they were impatient. And you realized that you needed to just cut your losses. That's what I'm hearing. You realized that you needed to cut your losses. You were done with the whole situation. And that's where you get the world card, because you ended something. You ended one cycle and then you started a new cycle. And I feel like that's why the world card is coming in. We have the enlightenment in reverse. So there's something here that you might not have known about this situation. The death. Huh. You know what I'm getting? Even though you're going through this new chapter or this new page in your life, there is this energy of still being trapped in this pain from the past. Even though you've been freed from it, even though you've received some form of justice, something was righted because of it, but you're still stuck in this being trapped in a cycle where you're suffering. This could also indicate like being stuck in a very negative pattern, or doing something over and over again that's not really serving your higher good, your better good, you know? This could also indicate like I want to say like a denial of what's going on, or maybe you're just denying it, you just don't want to face it. It's also like you're going through a transformation or something, or you're going through some kind of spiritual transformation, and you're not wanting to, like you're choosing, or you're, yeah, more like choosing not to go through it. Yeah, that's the kind of energy I'm getting. Or like not wanting to face reality about something here. Knight of Swords is coming out. So I do feel like the Knight of Swords is coming out. So it's a Knight of Swords coming out. It's like you had to search yourself to figure out what was going on with you. Maybe you weren't clear what was going on, and that's why you were denying it. There's a part of you that didn't want to face it, or maybe you were just confused about what was going on, you know? Because it's like you were with the Knight of Swords energy coming in, it's like you had to face what it is, find out what it is, right? And figure it out. And that's what brought you into this Queen of Blades and the King of Blades energy. So it's been a long journey for you. That's what I'm hearing. This has been I'm hearing a lot of changes. You were going through a lot of changes in your energy within yourself. And I feel like it was in a short amount of time. It wasn't a very long time. So I feel like it was within a season. So you more likely are coming out of this already. You've already gone through it, Gemini, but now you're coming out of it. So more likely you went through it during the summer, right? And now we're going into fall, or we're already in fall. I'm not sure, but what are we in? Nana, what are we in right now? Hey, mommy. She's not paying attention to me. Okay, let me see what are we in right now. So you just went through it this past season, right? I don't know if we're not in winter yet, right? We're in fall. Okay, so I believe you went through this in the summertime, and you're coming out of it. Okay, and there were some big changes here. So you were like fighting against the flow of what you were going through, but with the Queen of Blades energy, it makes me feel like you were accepting it, because I feel like there was a part of it that started making sense to you. Maybe you saw that other reading. I had a reading about this on my other channel on Ninja's Tarot Gang. So there's like this level of acceptance. That's what I'm hearing. There's this level of being very independent too. Not just being independent, but like using logic, using logic and seeing things clearly, right? That's what I'm getting. So seeing things clearly here. Hmm. And getting the clarity that you needed here and being able to focus on what it is that you were going through. Because you probably felt a lot of conflict and confused about this, yes, about this spiritual transformation that you were going through. Hmm. So once you were able to understand it, I feel like once you were able to understand it, that's why you were able to move into this energy. Right. Okay. So it's like finding words for something. It's like once you find the right words for something, you could grasp it better. And I think that's what was happening here. You were going through this because of this painful past situation, and then this person acting the way that they were acting, it shook you up inside, but now you got the clarity you need. You're able to put words to what you went through, and because of that, now you can move forward and you can move into this energy of being able to judge. Maybe here you had somebody else judge for you, or maybe you went to the court system for something here, right? But here it's you. You're able to judge now. And I think that's powerful. You know what I mean? That's where the power is, when you can be the authoritative figure. See, I think over here somebody was the authoritative figure for you. Yes, it made you happy that they were recognizing the pain that you suffered, right? But then you find out all this other stuff, so it like shook you up again inside. It stirred your emotions, in a very negative way, right? Then you come over here and you're ending the this road already. And now you can set some clear boundaries here and use logic and use communication. See, over here, you might not have been able to speak so clearly because of you being so emotionally in pain. When somebody's in pain, it's hard to bring words to things. I think this is why they suggest people go to like group therapy, like other people that have gone through the same situation with you. It's to help you find the words to describe or to explain what you went through. So I feel very strongly that this past situation must have been extremely traumatic for you. Yes. Something very painful, and it was just a nightmare. That's what I'm hearing, a nightmare. It was a nightmare. And by the time you get over here, you found out all this information. You come over here, the Nine of Swords is in reverse. So it's like you are slowly coming out of that nightmare. And that's where you're landing into the Queen of Blades and the King of Blades energy, where you could take control, and not just take control, but use logic. So maybe you did have some kind of I'm just going to say it, a little bit of paranoia or something, or maybe you had some fears, like going to a certain location was painful or scary, right? So if you had a situation where possibly like I want to say a close death situation, right? So you went through a close death situation, and then once you're able to find the words for it, you can grasp it. Now you can control it. Now you can pass judgment on it. Now you can. Yes, that's what I'm getting. Woo! Somebody here went through a terrible period. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I'm not going to dig deeper into what it was that happened to you, okay? But The Seven of Swords is in reverse. So if you've been afraid of people or you've been having trouble trusting people, and I think that's the key word, trusting people. You might have even felt misunderstood, like when you were trying to explain to people what you went through. In the back of your mind, you might have had this thought that people are not going to understand where you're coming from. You might, for one of you, you might have even felt like somebody was thinking that you were lying, because who can survive that? Like, who can go through this terrible situation and survive it? Well, you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did. It's possible because you did. You survived this. So you might have had like problems with trust issues, and feeling like people misunderstood you, and then now you're moving into this energy where you can voice your, you found your voice, and now you can feel like you're now being understood. It's a difference. Even when people understand you, if you feel like that person doesn't understand you, it just brings more frustration, loneliness, paranoia that people, they don't understand what you went through, so it can make you feel like they think you're crazy. Just those little negative thoughts that we tell ourselves, that's in the back of our head. So you went through that, but now you can let it all go. You're free. That's what I want to tell you. You're free. You back here. You were a victim. See, but you're no longer a victim, because now you can hold on to this. This is something that it's your experience. It's something that you can own now. It's different when something is happening to you, and then when you can actually own it. Does that make sense? Like, it's a part of you. You went through it. You went through that hell, and you came out on the other side, and you made it through. But you can own it because you can vocalize what you went through. It's powerful. It really is. This is why therapy works so well, because it's bringing out the words. Say, it's like, I kind of want to say, I don't know, I don't, well, okay, I'm gonna say it. It's like verbally vomiting. Like when you vomit, all that nasty stuff comes out, right? And when you're trying to go through that process of verbalizing it, I call it, verbal vomit, because it leaves a nasty taste in your mouth, and it's just a terrible experience of having to say the things that you went through. And then to find out this, I think this is why you took so long, even though you did go pretty fast, I'm gonna tell you. But over here, it actually would have happened faster for you if you didn't find out all these little extra details. It's kind of like, you already have a wound, and then, like, let's say you have a scab on your arm, and then something happens and you fall again, and that scab opens up again, right? Well, finding out this information was like opening that wound again. So it takes, it's making it longer for you to heal. And that's what you went through. But now look at you. Now look at you. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Selena Gomez. Remember how what Justin Bieber did to her? And I don't know if y'all are keeping up with that. But Justin Bieber cheated on her with Haley, and then he married Haley and did all this crazy stuff. And so she went through a very traumatic experience, right? And then she finds out more information down the road, and it took her even longer to heal. But now she's okay, right? It's been a long journey. Now I believe she's married or getting married to Ben now, right? So I'm using them as an example because they're a public figure. But now she's in this energy of the Queen of Blades and the King of Swords energy, just like you are. Now she can talk about it. Now she can probably even laugh about it. I'm sure it's not a lot of things that she could laugh about, but there's certain things that now she could vocalize. She does it through her music, yes, but she's still vocalizing things. You know what I mean? She's no longer a victim. She was, but she's no longer a victim. Now she's actually looking great. She's lost weight. Her health looks better. She looks healthier. So, yeah. Huh. This might have somebody did something terrible to you. They played some kind of mind games. They lied, and they were watching you. For one of you, they stole something from you, and they might have done it. I want to say like maybe in a violent way. Okay, so it might have been something violent too. The devil in reverse. Yeah, it's giving me that energy of you holding on to it now. For one of you, it could have been somebody you were married to and you had a divorce because they were so violent. They were so terrible. Could have somebody that had Capricorn in their chart. That might be confirmation for you. You know, you had to get away from that person. Maybe run for your life. Maybe that's why the Justice card came in. You know, maybe you had to divorce them, go to court, and you were so happy and relieved that it was finally over. That might be confirmation for one of you. For another one of you, this is something else. You know, right? You realize you were dealing with a manipulator. It's like the word narcissist. You know, I didn't know the word narcissist, so when I was trying to talk about a narcissist, I was like describing them to everybody, and nobody could tell me what I was dealing with. But once I understood the word narcissist and what a narcissist was, then it was like I was able to hold it like it was an object, you know. It wasn't something affecting me, but it was something I had more control over, and I think that's the important part, Gemini, that you're going through. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Mm. I think this person might have had an addiction, okay? Or you might be finding out that this person has an addiction. Yeah. And I feel very deeply with the devil coming out in reverse also that this is you coming out of a very dark place. You crawling out of a very dark place. You know, maybe even going through depression and crawling out of it and coming out shining. You know, in your power. Able to make a decision, able to speak and voice what happened to you. It's a powerful thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this reading. But this is your journey. This is something here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this reading, but I just want to see what does Spirit want you to know now. 7 of Coins. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know about the 7 of Coins. It's like you're going to get results or progress of something. Okay, so what do you want Gemini to know now, Spirit? Okay. The Tower. And the 4 of Cups, but in reverse. Spirit is saying to be ready, to be open to accepting a very drastic change in your life. Okay? And there's some kind of growth. Be ready for this growth. Be ready for the results. Be ready for some kind of progress, but to have patience. I'm hearing something is coming in for you here. Anything else here Gemini needs to know about? You might be receiving a reward or something. 8 of Coins in reverse. Okay, tell me more. What is that? The Fool card. Huh. I'm getting this, be cautious with doing anything reckless. Be cautious with starting things new. Especially if it's something that you're not prepared for. So basically, it's like don't put yourself in a position you're not ready for. You're not mentally ready for something. So, in other words, if you try to throw yourself out there too quickly, like it depends on what exactly this trauma was. You know, don't try to throw yourself out there too quickly because that could actually set you back. That's the energy I'm getting from this. You know, don't be too risky. I think this is confirmation. Frankie's giving you confirmation, like, yeah, you know, don't do that. Huh. So definitely be cautious with that. Yeah, don't push yourself. You're only human. And wow, have you come really far from where you've been? And apparently, this has all been done within a season. So that's only what 3 months. That's like wow. Yeah, did you hear him? He confirmed it. So, yeah, within 3 months you've gone through this, and it's like boom, 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 boom. So it's a lot. So don't shake yourself up. Don't rush yourself. Okay, gradually move yourself into a direction that you want to go in, but go slowly. You got to take care of your mental health because that's what this is. This is your mental health, but this is also you like getting your strength back, getting your voice back, having that power to judge and that power to for your independence and being independent again, but you don't want to rush it. Okay, that's what I have for you. You do have some kind of reward here. Something very good is coming in for you here, and I feel with the tower energy, it's not necessarily something that's going to tear you down. No, but I do feel like it's going to be a surprise more than a shock. I just feel like it's going to be something more of a surprise. And with the Four of Cups coming out, it's like be ready for it. Be ready to receive it. Like embrace it. Embrace it. That's what I'm getting. Embrace the reward or embrace this progress. It's giving me that kind of energy. And that's your reading, Gemini. Thank you so much for joining me. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment, even if it's just an emoji. It all helps the channel grow. And yeah, I hope this helps you out. I hope this helps you find the words, because it's when you find the words, it, helps you be powerful. Anyways, guys, you will find your happiness and your wish fulfillment is coming in. With that world card, the universe is here to support you. Just so you know, you definitely have that support. You might have Capricorn in your chart, just so you know. Let's see. You might have Capricorn, you might have Libra, or Aquarius in your chart as well. So, anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye bye.